Hello, welcome to Diamond's Divine Creations. I am your host, Diamond. I do thank you all for listening and for watching. On tonight, if you would please be so kind to like, share, and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. I do thank you all in advance. That is your free way of showing your support to help me grow this channel, guys. Okay? So today's delicious dinner recipe is going to be Salisbury steak and gravy, and our side dishes, I'm going to do some steamed vegetables and some rice. Okay, and we're gonna have rolls. Okay, guys, so as you already can see, I already pre-chopped my onion and my bell pepper, as well as I have already made up the patty. So you can use whatever type of ground meat that you would like, guys. Okay, season them to your liking. Okay, I used a little bit of seasoned salt and pepper, garlic salt, as well as onion powder, cayenne pepper, or what have you, as far as the seasonings on there. Okay, you also need breadcrumbs. You can use any type of breadcrumbs you would like. I used Italian breadcrumbs, which is why you see like the herbs and stuff in there. Okay, you also need an egg. Okay, depending on how many you are fixing, okay, you need you an egg though. Okay, I only use like one for these two patties here, guys. Okay, and so we're going to also be doing some broccoli, a broccoli stir fry, and I'm going to be using instant rice, guys. Okay, you can use the long grain rice if you would like to. It just takes longer for it to cook. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm also going to be using some sauces. We got soy sauce here. We also have the Kung Fu Pie stir fry sauce. Okay, I'm going to be using a little bit of olive oil. Okay, also going to be using carrots here. Okay, as well. I really kind of preferred almonds, but I was out of almonds, so I'm going to be using walnuts. I haven't decided yet, either walnuts or pecans. Okay, so that's what's going on, guys. I already have our patties together, so we're going to get those on, and then we can get to the rest of our things. Okay, guys, so without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, first things first, guys, whatever pan you're going to be making your meat in, put whatever oil to your liking in there, whether you want to use olive oil or vegetable oil, whatever type of oil you want to use. Okay, put that in your pan and let that get hot. Okay, go ahead and get your water boiling. Okay, that we're going to be making our rice in, and we can go ahead and prep our vegetables as well. Okay, so I'm using the broccoli for it here. Okay, it really don't take a whole lot of extra or anything. We're just going to cut this back open, and depending on how many people you are feeding, depends on how much of this you want to fix. Okay, this is like a 12-ounce bag here. Okay, so I will just put a little, like half of this bag in here. When your grease or your pan gets nice and hot, guys, you're gonna add your meat to it. Okay, you're gonna allow it to cook and do its thing, just like that. Set this over here to the side. Okay, so you want to rinse off your vegetables, obviously. Okay, so give them a good rinse off. Okay, we're gonna drain the water off of there. Okay, you can leave just a little bit in there if you want to. We're gonna steam these. Okay, so you don't need a whole lot of water in the bottom of there, but just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna add some olive oil. do this, and I forgot to tell you all too, I'm going to be using some sesame seeds as well. We're going to do that just a little bit later, okay? However you want to season your vegetables. If you don't want them seasoned, you don't have to. I'm going to put a little bit of lemon pepper on mine, just like that, and a little bit of cayenne powder, okay? And since we just have 2 eyes here, I'm going to cook this on my stove behind me, guys, okay? We're also going to take us a carrot here, okay? So get your carrot, rinse it off as well, okay? And if you have a grater, use it, okay? And we're just going to grate some of these carrots in here. Now, if you prefer chunks of carrots, you can slice these up in cubes or slices, or like however you want to do it, whatever you like, okay? So as much or as little as you would like of the carrots in there, okay, just like that, okay? And we're going to stir this around just a little bit, okay? And we're going to get this on the stove and let it start steaming, okay? If you have an actual steamer, guys, you definitely can steam your vegetables like that if you want to, okay? Okay, guys, so then I'm going to be using, I'm going to use these, use whatever, I would actually prefer almonds, so if you have like almond slices, then use those, okay? But you could do this with pecans, with walnuts, whatever kinds of, like nut product like that you would like, okay? So we're going to add that in there just like that, guys, okay? And I thought I had this open, and I did not. It's a new container, so give me just a second to open up our sesame seeds here. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on here right now. And then we're going to add a little bit more when this gets done here, okay, guys? Take you some soy sauce here. You can use about like a couple tablespoons, okay? I'm going to kind of eyeball it because I know how I like it to taste, okay? But you can put your a tablespoon or 2 in there, okay? It should be looking like that. And we're going to put our stir-fry sauce on here as well, just a little bit. You don't want to like drown this in sauces, okay? But we're gonna, this is gonna give it, you know, the flavor like we like it, okay? So we're gonna put these on to steam, okay, guys? And you're gonna put a lid on there. If you don't actually have a steamer, just put you a lid on top of there, okay, and let that steam, okay? And you only need just a little bit of water in there because that's what's gonna kind of help it to steam the way you want it to, okay, guys? So when your water is done boiling or it gets ready, you know, pretty hot, then we're gonna add our rice, guys. Add just a little bit more there. So if you want to use the instant rice or the minute rice or what have you, it cooks a little bit faster, guys, okay? Your the long grain rice in the bag, okay? It takes a little bit longer for it to cook, okay? You can go ahead and also add, like, we're going to add our onions and our peppers to our meat over on the side of it, because we still have to flip this meat and cook it on the other side, okay? So you don't want it to, like, to really be on top of the meat like that, okay? And if you want to add some of this to your steamed vegetables, like, that's totally fine as well, okay? You don't have to if you don't want to, but you definitely can. Just like that, y'all. Okay? So we're going to let that do its thing and finish cooking. We can go ahead and flip our meat on the other side, just like that, guys. And we're going to be using this grease. We're not going to drain the grease after we get our meat done, because we're going to fix our gravy in the same pan, okay, guys? And for your gravy, many of you know, you just need flour, cold water, and a little bit of grease, and you can make homemade, you know, brown gravy from scratch. Add your seasonings to there, like a little bit of salt and pepper if you want to. You can do a dash of seasoning salt, like however you want to season it up, or if you don't want to season it at all. If you're the type of person who, like, this is a brown gravy type of dish. So that's how you do your brown gravy. If you want to buy, you can buy packages of brown gravy, and you just kind of put it in the pan, add water to it, and, you know, whisk it around until it thickens up or what have you. But if you want to do it from scratch, all you need is your flour, cold water, and you whisk that around in your pan, your hot pan, and then you just add your scalding hot grease to it, little bit by little bit. You don't want to over grease. Your gravy shouldn't be like super greasy and all of that or whatever. However, if you are a white gravy type of person, you do the same thing, but you use milk instead of water, okay? Use white milk instead of water if you want a white gravy, okay? But this is a brown gravy kind of dish, at least for me, okay? So that's that, guys. Okay, so we're going to let this cook. Our meat is almost ready. Okay, guys, and our rice will be done shortly. This is actually a pretty quick meal. It don't take long at all for us to get this done, okay? And you can feed your family a nice hearty meal with your rice and the steamed vegetables on the side with the Salisbury steak, okay? So it don't take long at all. We're going to have us some rolls on the side for those of you who are bread eaters. We love our bread. We're going to have our bread, honey. Make sure you continuously stir your rice. Okay? Just like that. And you can go ahead and start prepping the things that you need for your gravy. I'm going to use some cayenne pepper, black pepper, and some onion powder with a little bit, and garlic salt in my gravy, guys, okay? And get your flour ready, all-purpose flour, guys, okay? And set that aside. And we're going to get that done here. Want to make sure your vegetables are good and sauteed. Just like that, guys. vegetables are looking good. Everything is really, believe it or not, is almost done, guys. We're only like 15 minutes in. Probably 5 minutes of that was like introduction, telling y'all about the ingredients and all that or what have you. And the meal is already almost done. So we really only have so far probably had about 10 minutes cooking time, okay? That's it. So, okay, guys. We can do our, sorry for the silence real quick, guys. I was trying to get my thoughts together to figure out what I wanted to do next. So if you want to scoot your vegetables onto one side, okay, with your meat as well. Okay, we're going to use this grease that's in here from our meat. And then we're going to do our gravy. So get you a little water, okay? How much water you're going to use depends on how much gravy you want to make, okay? So what we're going to do, since we already have our grease in this pan here, we're going to put, I'm going to start with like a 1/4 cup of flour in there, guys. And we're going to add our water. And you're just going to whisk it around, okay? That flour is going to be all chunky like at first, but you just keep whisking, okay? Until you get that gravy consistency that you would like. And you can add more. The more water you add, it's going to thin it out a little bit, okay? And the more flour you add, the more gravy you can make, basically, okay? And it's going to thicken up quick on you, okay? So you got to decide, do you want a little bit of gravy or you want a lot of gravy, okay? But just keep whisking it around like that. Make sure you get that grease thread in there. If you don't feel like you have enough grease in your pan, then you can definitely just add you a little bit more grease to it, okay? The oil, the grease that you have in there is what gives it like, what turns it brown, basically. Turns it into that brown gravy for you, okay? So a little bit of cayenne pepper in there, black pepper, a little bit of garlic salt, just like that, guys, and a little bit of onion powder. Our rice is done. We're going to keep blending this in. We're going to add this in a little bit more water as it thicken up. Like when it gets like real thick to the point like where it's like, seems like it's like almost solid like, you want to add you some more cold water. Make sure your water is cold, guys. Okay? Just like that. Hopefully y'all can see this real good. Okay. Drain any excess water you don't want on your rice off. You want to keep a little bit in there because you want your rice to be, keep that moisture to it. You don't want dry rice, okay? So that's our rice. And you can put this like on a low temperature or just cut it off if you would like. Okay, and we're going to add us some butter. Okay. Add a little bit of parsley on top of there. Just like that, guys. Just like that. We're going to get us some butter and put in our rice. I'm going to put just a couple slices in here, maybe about 3 little slices of butter. And let that melt down. Just like that, guys. When your gravy is to the consistency that you would like, you can blend in your meat with it. Okay? Get that gravy on your meat. Stir in that those onions and those peppers and everything. Just like that, guys. Okay? Keep giving it a good stir, okay, just to make sure you're, and that meat is going to be really tender, okay, so if it break up a little bit, that's just fine, okay. And you can add you a little bit more water in there if you like to, okay, if you want, if you need to thin the gravy up a little bit. And if you've added too much water, you can always add a little bit more flour to thicken it up if you want to, guys, okay? But that's like the consistency we want with the gravy right there. Okay. I'm going to add just a little bit more black pepper in there. And just a little bit more cayenne pepper. And we're going to blend this in really good, y'all. Just like that. Okay. So that's how your Salisbury steak or your hamburger steak, you know, people call it something different, okay? But that's how it should be looking, guys, okay? And we're going to sit back. We're going to let that simmer, okay? Because we want that gravy to get all soaked into that meat really good. And allow those onions and peppers to finish simmering in there. Okay, just like that, guys. And guess what? Dinner is really done. I can't stand a mess, guys. I have to kind of clean up stuff as I go. So let's check on our vegetables. Look at those steamed vegetables. That's looking good, guys. That's already ready as well. Okay, we're gonna add us just a little bit more of the sesame seeds on top, so it'll look like that. Okay. Put your lid back on top and set it aside. And guess what, guys? Dinner is ready. Okay? Didn't take us long to cook that at all. It's a nice hearty meal to get you full. Okay? And really and truly, you can feed several people with this. Of course, you would need to make more of the hamburger steaks if you're feeding, you know, several people or what have you. But like, we've just made enough for sure for 2 people. Okay. And y'all probably see me breaking up the meat a little bit in here, okay? Those of you who want to keep the patty whole or whatever, you definitely can do that. I broke it up just a little bit, okay? Because I'm going to pour it over gravy. I mean, pour the meat and the gravy over the rice, I meant, is what I was trying to say. But those of you who want to like keep the, you know, the whole patty, especially for those of you like it's just me and my daughter, so it doesn't matter. Like when you're feeding other people and you want to make sure everybody got, you know, even portions or whatever, they all get one patty a piece, you know what I'm saying, type of thing or whatever, you would want to likely keep those, you know, in the whole type of pieces or whatever. Okay, guys, but that's it. We can turn the heat down on that, and dinner's ready. Okay. So guess what, y'all? It's time to eat, honey. Okay, so we can make us our plates now. We're gonna assemble our plates because everything is ready. That goes. Okay. Okay, guys, sorry about the noise. I'm grabbing the plate from one of these here. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, so let's scoot this back just a little bit. And you can do this thing however you want to. Some people like, do anything like my daughter, she really kind of don't like her food touching. And so, you know, some people like their portions like all like, you know, kind of side by side, but like portioned differently or what have you. Put our rice on there just like that. Okay, and I'm going to put my I like doing mine like this. That way you can get the rice, the gravy and everything on your rice and everything, guys. Just like that, y'all. Okay. And then we're going to add our steamed vegetables on the side. Just like that, y'all. Just like that. Okay, guys, and let's see, what else do we need? Let's get this back a little bit. Oh, the rolls, okay? So we're gonna we're gonna have us some cranberry grape juice. And we are going to have our dinner rolls, guys. For those of you who don't feel like turning that during oven on, honey, I totally get it, okay? But we have some sweet butter rolls here that's already ready, set, go, okay? And we can put that on the side just like that. However many or little you would like. Okay? And that's all it is to it, guys, okay? That is all it is to it. So guess what, y'all? It's time to eat. Bon appetit. Go ahead, grab you a plate, because it's time for our dinner date. Take you a bite, because this is another Diamond's Delicious Delights. Thank you all so very much for listening and for watching. And until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. Let's take us about, guys. That's good, y'all. Peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God.